Hello, everybody. It is Monday night. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 23 of Scrollers Chat. Tonight, we have our special guest in the, or on the show, not in the show, on the show with us, and that is Ken Hopkins. We're going to talk with him in just a minute. And then, of course, on the panel with us, we also have Al Forte. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves, tell everybody where they can find you, starting with Kenny.
Kenneth Hopkins. I'm in Burnville, Pennsylvania. You can find me in the Scroll Saw Facebook Scroll Saw group, the Scrollers Workshop. Also, you can look me up on my own personal webpage. It's Kenny Hopkins, scrollsawpatterns.com.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Kenny. All right, Al, your turn.
Hey guys, I'm Al Forte, Odessa Woodworking, on YouTube, or on Facebook, excuse me, Odessa YouTube, Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop on YouTube. I'll get it out, and Kilroy79763 on Twitch. Come see me, and just remember, no matter what you do, do it just for fun.
Okay, thanks, Al.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right. I'm going to start this. I'm looking over at the chat right now, and I'm trying to see who's on with us tonight. I see Eloy over there. Hello, good evening, Eloy. There are Katie Dotson's over there, Namic Woodworking, which is Chris Nealian. I can't talk tonight. Nealon. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. Let's see who else is in here. I think I saw Mark. I think I saw. I can't scroll up for some reason. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see who else. Ron Norris is over here. Mark Schaffner. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, Mark. It is my birthday. Number 33.
Today's my birthday.
So thank you guys very much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm a bit garbled. I know. It's my internet connection. I tried plugging into the FireWire, and it didn't help at all. It's this camera, I think. I'm going to have to go back to the headset. I broke the one that I had, so I'm going to have to go get another one. But for the time being, we'll make do. Promise you guys won't have to listen to me all night, so it'll be fine. First things first, before we go over and talk to Ken, I want to tell you guys, if you guys haven't heard about the magazine for Scroller's Choice, make sure you go over to our website and check out the magazine. Our web address is up on the back. It's Scroller's Choice, MAG, which is short for magazine.wixsite.com/home. Go over there, check it out. You can buy it PDF or print. Print only in the U.S. and outside the U.S. you have to buy PDF. Sorry, we can't ship out to the United States yet. Working on that. And then the other thing I want to talk to you guys about is the upcoming Ohio picnic. That will be in May. And I'm going to show you guys really quick here some of the stuff we got going on. We have heard back from the following vendors. We've got Dahl Lumber coming for our lumber, for the wood. We've got PS Wood Machines coming. RBI Hawk is now confirmed. So Hawk Woodworking will be there. Hello, Charles.
Better late than never, sorry.
It's a party, but we still love you.
I was getting my hair done. I'm so sorry.
Hello,
Kitty and Al.
Did you get braided?
Charles.
Good to see you again, Charles. As
Good
always.
to see you too, sir. Long time no see.
All right, Charles. Well, I'm going to give you a chance to introduce yourself. Tell everybody where to find you, and then I'll come back to what I was saying.
You can usually find me in the doghouse. No, I am Charles Daring. The Charles Daring. No, wait. I get all that crap mixed up. Charles Daring. I know that part. Woodenvisions.com. Now partnered with bearwoods.com or bearwood.com. On Instagram and Facebook, I go by the Charles Deering. On YouTube, I go by Charles Deering Scroll. I believe that's everything. I'm sponsored by Hardneil Media as well, hardneilmedia.com. Thank you for having me, and hello, chat.
Okay.
I'm not the only one. According to Matt, says that my marketing's all. It's tough. Charles is the same way. Charles Deering Scroll, the Charles Deering. You know.
Yeah. A lot of people, some people might think that's an arrogant thing, but it's because Charles Deering was taken every time I went.
Yeah, no, it's not a matter of. It's not a matter of it being, you per se. It's the different. Yeah, the different, names or URLs or whatever. But anyway.
If my name was Mortimer Mashnabaki, then I might have, I could use my actual name and not have to add me in front of it.
Yeah, but then what would Mortimer use?
I don't know. You could tell I made that up as I went, but back to you.
Hey, Charles.
You're still presenting Kenny, by the way.
Congratulations on your partnership with Bearwoods.
Thank you very much.
That company for a long time. Absolutely love that company. And congratulations. And since you've gotten your popularity so far, I want that hat and I want it signed, please.
I don't have a way of getting the hats for free, but if you order one and send it to me, I can sign it. I know that sounds cheap, but I don't get them free either. That's why I only got this one. I'd love to do giveaways of them.
I'd like to have a signature, boss.
Absolutely. I'll do it in solid gold paint.
All right, Charles. I'm going to go back to what I was doing here.
Fine.
We'll get there. All right. Let me get through the picnic stuff, and then we'll get to you, Kenny, I promise. All right. And I was presenting him. Whoops. We were testing it before the show, and I guess I forgot to click it.
Well, he hadn't been here in a while, so he had to show his pretty face.
All right. So here is the website for the picnic for May. It's neosclub.wixsite.com/home. Come here. All the information's right here. It's Friday, May 18th, Sunday, May 19th. It's hosted by the Northeastern Ohio Scrollers. And then we have some suggested lodging over here. Scroller class registration is right here. Click on that. It'll take you to it. As of right now, you can see that the following vendors are joining us. Dow Lumber, PS Boom Machine, Scroller's Choice, Worthington House, which is Bruce Worthington, Intarsia Patterns. Also, I need to add to this RBI Hawk, because Hawk will be coming to the show. And we just found that out, so I need to add that as well. If you come on here on the Scroller registration, it'll have all the seminars. This does need updated. So there's some stuff on here that I need to update, but this is pretty much exactly how it's going to be. And then dinner is down here. The Scroll Saw contest is all the way at the bottom. Fill it out and make sure you make the checkout to myself and then mail it to my address, which is right there at the bottom. And then you guys will be all set for registration. Please make sure you start sending them in early. We don't want them all last minute because we do need to get the money to pay for things such as the building and, caterers for the thing, pay for dinner, door prizes, not raffle prizes. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the ribbons for the Scroll Saw contest. All those things cost money, so we need to make sure that you guys start sending those in. I know it's still a month or two away from most of you guys, but the sooner you can get those in, the better. I do have a few door prizes that have arrived here that I want to share with you guys. Some on-screen sharing really. Stop sharing my screen. All right. Show my camera. There it goes. We got some door prizes already. This right here is from Garnett Hall. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 5 patterns in here. Some Intarsia patterns from Garnett Hall. And then there's also blades from Garnett because he sells the Sawbird Scroll Saw blades. And so those are going to be in the raffle. You guys can see right here. This is an example. This is the TPI 15 5-inch. And this is the 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch thick material blades. So this is just an example. This is the number 7. There's some different numbers in here.
Is it spiral or flat?
This is not a spiral. This is a flat blade. And then today I got a package from Fox Chapel Publishing, and they sent us 2 books to raffle off for the contest for the raffle. This one, which is making wooden gizmos and gadgets, and then this one, which is on making gear clocks. So those will be in the raffle at the show as well. And like I said, please start sending in your registrations now because we need the money for paying for things up front. I am working on something which we're going to put together. We're putting together a scroller basket, which up until a certain, it's going to be like March 31st or April 1st. If you get your registrations in early before April 1st, you'll be entered into a contest for the, it's going to be a basket of some kind with a bunch of scrolling stuff in it, patterns, blades, and whatever else. So there's a bunch of PS machines that are doing some stuff. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff in there from PS Wood machines, Bruce Worthington's donating, and then there'll be some bunch of patterns in there because I'll have patterns in there for you guys. And I think there's some other people putting patterns in there.
I don't mean to interrupt, but am I the only one hearing Lee with kind of a garbled audio?
No, it's my connection, dude. I'm trying to work through it. But if you guys register before May 31st, you'll be entered into, or I'm sorry, March 31st or April 1st. Those are your dates. So basically before April 1st, you'll be entered in that contest for that. And then anyone who registers after that, we prefer you don't. But, you know, people have to see what their checks look like and all that. I get that. So you got to figure out, some of you won't be able to figure out things until, you know, the week of the show, and that's fine. We understand that. But it helps us if we get it earlier, so we're trying to make it more enticing to people. So that's why we're doing the basket. So if you register by the 1st, you will be entered in for the basket. If you don't register by the 1st, you won't be entered in for that, but the other door prizes at the event itself. All right. Enough about that. Let's move on to the reason we're having the show tonight, which is Ken. And I'm going to present him.
Hello, Ken.
To you guys.
Hi.
Welcome to Scroller's Chat.
Appreciate the invite.
Now you guys don't have to hear my garbled audio because I can take kind of back seat.
You know, I kind of heard that. I think I agree with you, Kenny.
Yeah, it is. It's this mic and this camera. It's not the greatest, so I need to get another headset for the next show.
It's almost getting to where you can't make out what you're saying, Lee, but you can just kind of sort of make it out.
Yeah, I have to like get really close to the camera. Like, hello, can you hear me better now?
Hear you louder, but still garbled.
Yeah.
And people in the chat are saying the same thing.
Yeah. Hey, Charles.
Yeah.
Why don't you just jump in and take the show over, Charles?
Yeah, the one time I might need to, I didn't. It's totally up to Lee. I ain't gonna derail the show unless he says, Charles, I would love it if you took over.
And I hope you realize I'm just joking, but yet at this moment it would really be the thing to do.
Yeah, I because of the garbled audio, I will take a back seat and let Charles do it. But
see, now that's good.
Yeah. So
I just noticed my frame rate isn't. I just replaced my camera. Should have better audio, but the frame rate is very slow. That's not cool. Anyway, hi, Ken. I mean, Kenny. Sorry. Well, Lee, try talking, and I will be the translator because you knew why you wanted him on. So if you can sort of get the ball rolling, I can go. You may stop. I will go. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Hey,
Because
and
you're
just
clear right now. Go ahead.
just a suggestion. Maybe if he typed in the inside chat, if he wanted to ask something, you could ask it.
Okay, that might work too.
Stupid chat to work. I always had to refresh the page.
Okay. Okay.
Let's just go and see how it goes. All right, you ready, Ken?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, first question, we're going to talk about Ken's scroll saw patterns that he creates. I asked him earlier when we were just us on here, but I'll ask you again. What program do you use to design patterns?
I use Adobe Photoshop 2018 CC. I've been using that for approximately about a year. Prior to that, I used the Corel Draw.
Kenny, sorry to interrupt. Would you mind speaking up slightly? It's a little bit hard to hear you audio-wise, volume-wise.
Okay, is this any better, Charles?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I use Adobe Photoshop 2018 CC. I've been using that for the last year. Prior to that, I used Corel Draw. Love the two programs. They run really smooth, do what I need to do. I stand by Adobe like with everything. I have played around with GIMP. I have played around with Inkscape. For what I can do with them, they're great programs, free programs, but Adobe Photoshop's what I like.
Sorry. Cool. Lee?
Did you have a question for him, Charles?
No, I was just, he stopped talking, so I figured it was time for you to start talking again.
I was getting there.
Yeah, I figured you were.
Hey, Ken, do you want to screen share and like show him some of your patterns that you've created?
Absolutely.
I know you were showing me some of them earlier. So
I don't have
already
the power to
presented
present.
you.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
already
already presented him. Yeah,
You,
he just has to go over and hit the screen share. There he goes.
All right, I hid the panel so we won't miss anything.
Well, all these patterns are available. Well, all the patterns that are here are going to be available at the Scrollers Workshop Facebook group. I do a lot of military tributes. Some of the patterns that I've just done. Here's one.
Purdy.
I did this one with collaboration with Ken Keys. This one's not mine, sorry. Let me switch out of this. One of the ones that I just recently completed. This is meant to be done on live edge. 36 by 12. I've seen this cut. Works out beautifully. Absolute beautiful picture. When it is cut. Here's another one that's also meant for live edge. Something that my group is really getting into right now. Let's see. I'm big on doing military tribute patterns, but I do a lot of angels. It's just something that I feel close to. Something that inspires me. I also get into some heavier detail patterns. Here's another military tribute pattern that I had done. Another military tribute pattern that I've done. This one I've actually released, allowing to be shared through other groups, trying to get the word out. Here's one I actually use as a template. I have different hockey teams that I switch this emblem out pretty easily.
You definitely have some great patterns.
I really appreciate it. Here's one that I also collaborated with a really good friend of mine, Ken Keys. This is an actual photo backer. He did an absolute beautiful cut for this. Posted it, and it works real well with the photo backer.
Does he use like airbrush or spray paint or what?
No, what he does is he takes my pattern, loads it up in Adobe Photoshop, and then creates the colors. Once he creates the colors, resizes it so that if you cut my pattern a little wide, it won't show through.
Okay.
Then he prints it out on photo quality paper and puts it as the backer. It works out really, really nice. There's one also, military tribute, that I've recently done and allowed to be shared with other groups. Trying to find one that I just completed just the other day, and I've got over 400 patterns right now in my thing, so just bear with me.
All right, TJ's taking off. Have a good night, TJ.
Good night, DJ Satter.
But I post all my patterns for free, like I said, on the Scholars Workshop. The only thing that I ask is it's not shared without my permission, and when you do cut the pattern, you send me a picture of that cut. That's why I do this.
That and morally, we should all give credit to you or whoever's pattern we're cutting. And I might sound biased on that, but I think I have a feeling I'm gonna like a lot of these.
I agree. I really appreciate being tagged in the patterns.
Ron asked if you can show some of your farm scenes.
You want some of the farm scenes? Okay. Here's one meant to be cut out on Live Edge. I just completed this last week and posted it. I already have someone cut it. Here's an old family farm portrait that I'd done a while ago.
Cool.
Here's another one that I had done a while ago.
That one's cool.
Yeah, you have a good way of adding detail, but it's not overkill like mine. Well, I won't call it overkill, but yeah.
A lot of these pictures I've been working with Lee, and he's going to be posting some in his magazine, so I can't wait to see them in the magazine. So, you know, you can pick them up there. You can pick them up, like I said, if you want to join the Scrollers Workshop. That's completely up to you.
I think I joined it. I don't recall. I've slept since then, but I thought I joined it.
I'd have to check the. We're getting up there in membership, and we've added a lot of new people, Charles. I would love to have you there. You know how I respect you and what you've done with the scroll saw industry, the art. You were an inspiration of mine starting this, so you know, you're welcome.
Katie said she loves the rooster.
Say that again.
Katie Dotson said she loves her rooster.
Thank you very much, Katie. Appreciate the compliment.
It's hard for me to pick a favorite. Good golly Moses, you have a bunch.
Yeah, he has a few, doesn't he?
Yeah, on my personal computer, I started out doing scroll saw patterns back in '93, '94, and people like RPOP and Gale, Kentucky Wood Scroller, they're the ones that taught me how to do this. So I have some of their patterns I can't release, but since then I've added my own, probably about 400 patterns here that have my name on them.
Ron Norris asked you what it is about Adobe that you like.
My son is an IT tech engineer. He created my computer, so I got a really high-end computer. Programs like GIMP and Inkscape, like I said, they have their uses, but they really lag down my computer, and that shouldn't happen. Photoshop gives me all the tools that I need to crop in or dust out to make my pattern. It's smooth. If there's something that I want to know how to do or something I'm trying to figure out how to do, professional videos on YouTube, they offer thousands of them. There's nothing that I haven't been able to look up on YouTube to figure out how to do in this program. Their customer support is absolutely incredible. I get messages from them, and I'm not supported by them. I'm just a regular user, but I get regular emails from them. Hey, what can we do to make this easier for you? What can we do to make things better? I love that kind of customer support.
My problem is the comprehension. I mean, they can try to teach me all day, but it takes me forever to figure. Sorry, it's not about me, but yeah, that's why I do mine on paper. I get too dang confused.
Charles, it takes practice, like anything. Yeah. I've got a question. The software itself, Kenny, do you subscribe to one application, or do you subscribe to the whole suite, or do you have it already installed on your computer? Do you do the Creative Cloud, or do you already have the program installed?
I do the Creative Cloud, which costs me $30 a month.
30.
Unlimited tech support. It also gives me automatic updates every month. Anything that they do to the program, it automatically installs. $30 a month, I think, for what the enjoyment that I get out of this program, for the enjoyment that I get out of creating these patterns, $30 a month isn't that big of a cost. I could buy the program straight out. A lot of money to put out straight out. It's just easier just to do the 30 a month.
Yeah. I don't know if they're selling it. They might be still. I know they went to a subscription basis a while back, years back. But my question is it one program?
I have the LightScribe and I have the Adobe Photoshop Draw. I don't subscribe to the other ones because I don't have a need to subscribe to the other ones for what I do with this program.
Well, it's kind of like renting to own. I mean, you end up paying more in the end, but especially if credit becomes an issue for people like me, that's a godsend. So I get it. I don't know if that's your reasoning, and I won't pry, but that's definitely why I.
Well, I'm sorry. At one time, Creative Suites was thousands of dollars. It's not just So $30 a month. 10 months is $300. 10 years is $3,000, and by that time they've changed it. So.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is that right?
Ron North asked you, do you cut them or just make them?
I create patterns for me to cut. I have a scroll saw shop. The last couple of years, it's been a little rough for me to get out into the shop. I've got rheumatoid arthritis, and pressing down on the wood until the doctors get me all fixed up, it has been rough. That's basically why I post my patterns for free. I have a need to see my patterns cut. That's why I created them. By posting those patterns for free and people sending me pictures, I get just as much enjoyment out of seeing their work as I would seeing my own work.
I can vouch for that. The pride, and I'm saying that in a congratulatory way. There's a sense of, oh wow, look, somebody cut the pattern I designed. It's a really neat feeling. So congratulations on that.
I agree with both you guys on that. Like when you see someone bring your pattern to life, there's nothing cooler. I had as I was telling you earlier, I started working on Intarsia designs, and I made a fire truck, and someone cut it. Well, it's Don Lorenz cut it for me, and he entered it in Iowa, and he won a first place ribbon in the Intarsia contest there. And it was nothing cooler than seeing my fire truck win a ribbon, and Don did such a great job cutting it and brought it to life. So there's nothing cooler when you see that.
Yeah, I think a couple of mine placed in the Dubuque, Iowa thing.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
I haven't gotten to that stage yet.
There was a bunch on the brag table there too.
Sorry.
What was that?
That stage to where I've seen my patterns actually win contests. I would love to see it, and I would be bouncing up and down if I seen something like that.
I think it's very much doable. I mean, you got quality patterns if
yes, you do.
If the right people join shows with them. By golly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in Iowa, a lot of yours were in the brag section, Charles. Just not in the contest.
Yeah, I think the only one that placed was the Lion that placed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Lion. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say Hulk was there. Someone cut out your Hulk.
Yeah.
And it was on the brag.
Like you said, a majority went on the brag table. I think the only one that won a ribbon was the Lion, but I don't remember if it was first or second. And of course, I can't remember the guy's name. But back to y'all, because this is about Kenny, not me. Sorry. Why am I saying sorry? You asked me. Yeah. Okay, we're good. By the way, we can only see you from the nose up, Lee.
Yeah. Who is Brian Bradburn? I've never seen him over
Bradburn, I don't know, but he's there. Maybe he's a member of one of the groups you hosted in.
Hi, Brian. Welcome.
Good to have you, Brian.
Welcome. Good to have you.
Welcome to the Crazy Train.
By the way, just touching back base on Creative Suite, which was the predecessor to the subscription Creative Cloud that Adobe has now. CS6 was the last version you could buy to physically install on your computer, and you're done with it. I was looking around for prices on eBay, and they're still, $5, $6, $7, $1,000, just for the program. So it is a high end program even now still.
That price is ridiculous, I tell you.
Well, it's always been in the thousands, Charles. I mean,
that's not good.
Yeah, it's a good piece of software, and like Kenny was saying, he gets good support and stuff. So they actually help their users a lot.
Well, that's good. Customer service is always good, which is why I joined with Bear Woods. Anyway, I keep calling them Bear Woods. It's actually Bear Wood Supply Company. Sorry, I'm plugging. Back to you, sir.
Checks in the mail there, Charles, right?
Sorry.
Make sure you send me my half.
Every time Charles says Bear Wood Supply,
Send me my 5%.
Hey, Charles.
I'm not even paid to do that. I just like them a lot. Go ahead, Kenny.
I just got mine. Airwood Supply Company. Got to get my blades. So they just came in today, man. I'm going to be out in that shop. So you can go ahead and bring up Airwood Supply Company all you want. That's
all right.
Who I will only use.
Thank you, sir. I will pass on the message. Matter of fact, I've already messaged one of them that is online to ask them to watch the show. I don't know if they're able to watch it or not. They are husband and wife. What was that?
I caught them on your show the other day.
Yeah, the Friday night.
Yeah.
One of them is watching because they just said nice when you said all that. Ron Norris, they do not sell wood, and I think at least at the present tense, it's because of the cost. I don't. If one of them was here, I could answer better. If they're listening, then hopefully they'll either respond in the chat or let me know on Messenger, and I will let you know. I think it's because of the cost of distribution, and I don't know. But Ron Norris and Katie Dodson both said they ordered a bunch of blades from them the other day. So getting the word out. Hey, baby.
Yeah, here's mine right there, guys.
Yep. Hey, I was talking about customer service, and
Here, pull that up again
for a long time.
Oh man, I just threw it away.
I got a whole mess of them, by golly, and I'm tickled to death.
You guys gonna hold them up? You guys tell me. There you go.
What did you want to see?
All right. Yours is out of focus.
A little bit blurry there, Al. I know Pegasus stands for Pegasus. I can't remember which language Pegasus is. I would guess the language of where they're made.
Sweden.
Ron Norris said if the blades suck, it's all Charles' fault.
Right.
Oh, well, I guess I can say it's Annalise that's talking to me in Messenger regarding the show. She can't join the chat because the technology she's dealing with, but it's because of the weight. But they are looking into it. That's why they are not selling wood yet. And I don't want to say yet because that doesn't mean there's a promise in the future. But they are looking into it. But the weight is why they're not doing it yet. Right at this point, I have no idea.
Yeah,
because of the weight.
I don't know enough about the Pegasus blades, but I think Katie said that she thinks they're Swiss.
Yeah, it was either Sweden or Switzerland. I can't remember which. I want to say Switzerland.
Yeah.
And by the way, their website is bearwood.com.
But it actually is Bear Woods with an S, but it's bearwood.com without the S.
Correct. It is Bear Woods, but their website is Bearwood.
Yeah, and it is Swiss. Pegasus is Swiss. I'm guessing Pegasus is Swiss for Pegasus.
Yeah,
because their logo is a Pegasus. A Pegasus. Do you like my impression of the logo?
Yes.
It looked just like a Pegasus, didn't it?
for the Doctor Who scroll saw clock that I made, I got the movements and stuff, the pendulum movement, and from Bearwood.
Lee, how much did I miss before I came in? Because if not, I can ask Kenny a few questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kenny, do you mind telling people whereabouts you're located and all your social media, or did he already ask you all that?
They asked me, but I can reiterate. I'm in Burnville, Pennsylvania, which is a small town outside of Reading. You can find me on the Scrollers Workshop. I'm also working with my son creating my own Wix site. It's going to be KennyHopkinsScrollSawPatterns.com. It's not
Awesome.
active right now because he's doing an update, but you can find me there. Do a lot of custom patterns. You can reach me at KennyHopkins71@gmail.com if you're not with me on Facebook. Go ahead and look me up. Custom patterns I do all the time.
You said KennyHopkins71@gmail.com?
That's correct. KennyHopkins71@gmail.com. That's also my Facebook. You can look me up through that.
Awesome. And he's in Pennsylvania, which is also where Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts is based out of. Not the same town, but yeah, just figured out.
Brian Irving said, I use Flying Dutchman, never tried Pegasus. Hey, Charlie, and hey, Kenny.
Howdy.
Hi, how you doing? I've used Flying Dutchmans before. I have no complaints about Flying Dutchman, but the Pegasus blades do what I want to do out on that scroll saw table. They're smooth, fast. I'm not putting any scroll saw company down. My preference is to go through bare blades and use my Pegasus blades. I've been doing it for 20 years now.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. That's what we were talking about the other night. None of us are there to slam Olsen or Flying Dutchman because everybody has their preferences. And I'm sorry to interrupt the interview. I used Flying Dutchman for 21 years, so I knew I had to be impressed to be able to switch, and I was. That's basically what you're saying. Yeah, I didn't think I would ever leave Flying Dutchman, but I did. They're not a bad company, not bad blades, but if you got better, go with better. Golly. Back to you, Lee.
All good. I'm still garbled, so.
We're all garbled sometimes. And long time no see, Brian Irving. I say we're all garbled a little bit sometimes. I think Al might just be drunk, or he's on Bruce Almighty or something.
Yeah. And don't forget to check out Eloy's show tomorrow, because I know he was out in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still there, but
Kenny, what started you designing patterns?
In '93, that's when I actually started scroll sawing. A friend of mine at work, Frank, it was right around October, November. He was doing a Christmas show. I had never heard of scroll sawing before. He brought into work some of these little 3D reindeer and Christmas trees, and I was absolutely amazed. He told me about it. He gave me a couple patterns. I bought a scroll saw. What I found at the time, I had 2 new kids, mortgage payment to make. I really couldn't afford to be buying patterns, so I started taking their coloring books and making patterns out of them. A few years later, after doing that, I got into a group called Free Scroll Saw Patterns. It was a Yahoo group. Met some incredible people, like I said earlier, Arpop, Gail, Honey, and they took the time to explain to every one of us how to create patterns. I had a computer, was using Paint from Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft Paint.
Yeah, I was using that, and then I got into the Corel Draw. I was able to get a copy of that program, and I learned how to use it, and really paid attention to what was being taught, and started creating my own patterns and posting them on freescrollsawpatterns.com, and then from there we went into absolutely free scroll saw patterns, where what I was able to do really took off. I had a lot of inspiration. I had a lot of people telling me I'm doing pretty good.
Yes.
and that's where I started.
So you clearly been around a while, because there was Yahoo, then there was MSN. There.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude, because that's where I got my start. Absolutely free scroll saw patterns.
Yep.
And sorry for muting you, Al. It was because when you were typing, it was taking the camera off of Kenny, and it's his voice activated camera unless he's clicking on the thumbnail. So that's why.
Yeah, like I've been around for a while. I went from just playing around with coloring books and cutting those patterns out to actually teaching classes. I love taking children of 12 and older, teaching them how to do the scroll saw, get them off the computer, just like they were saying the other night on your show, Charles. That's what it's all about for me. Getting them kids off the computer, off the cell phones, and
Golly darn.
I do a lot of stuff with the kids right now. I have a 5-year-old grandson who sits on my lap and I guide his hands, and he absolutely loves the time he spends with Pop-Up. Getting kids involved, getting them off the streets, things like that. I do a lot of stuff with that. That's just where it's at for me. That's what I like doing. I incorporate a lot of, like I said earlier, I showed some live edge patterns that's been brought up. There's an Alexander Heibach who brought that to my attention a couple months ago. Him and I have been collaborating on different patterns. Love seeing Blair Surratt's cuts of those patterns and seeing some others. I incorporate my designs, my patterns. Like I said, I create the pattern for something for me to cut, and I just share it. I do a lot of coffee tables with a scroll saw top and then put glass over it. I do a lot of cabinets using a scroll saw pattern and your typical frame for the doors.
Just say, I wish I could do that, because if and I think you'll agree, if all of us could incorporate scroll work into, what's the word I'm looking for, more than just wall art, I think we would all succeed more if we're looking to sell. I mean, I think the word is practicality. Like having in a coffee table, people need coffee tables. They don't always need a pretty picture on the wall. So that I only muted you, Lee, because the camera was jumping off of Kenny again. That's the only reason I mute anybody. It's not because I don't love you.
Charles is on a muting spree. He has to be stopped. He has to be stopped now.
Okay, now that Kenny's presented, you don't have to. I'm sitting here trying to run the show again. I don't know what it is.
You're doing good, Charles.
Bad habit.
I would love to be able to. I mean, if I had plans to work from, I could build stuff, but out of my head, no.
Charles, there's really no plans that you need to get started on something like that. What I started doing to incorporate my scroll saw patterns, I created a bunch of 12 by 12 patterns, put frames to those patterns, just like you would your wall art. Then I took some piano hinges and I tied it all to biscuit jointed and tied it all together. I made this huge room divider of classic cars. I did the same thing with several of your deer patterns and a couple of the deer patterns in mine. I created a room divider that's absolutely unique and different. I took a lot of R-pop patterns, a lot of geometric shapes in snowflakes. I did that for the wife, made her a Christmas time room divider.
Do you have any pictures of any of these things?
That I don't have. Well, I have to search for some of them. Actually, I have the Christmas room divider upstairs in the attic, but it's something that I would definitely like to share. But that's where.
Okay, we'll wait. Go ahead and run up in the attic. I'm just kidding. Now you said it was because you wanted to create and because you couldn't afford patterns that you wanted, or what?
That's what it started at. I mean, when I started, I didn't have the funding to go out and buy scroll saw patterns at the time. Now, over the years, things have gotten a lot better. I'm doing really good, and I can buy patterns, and I buy patterns. As a matter of fact, the one that you just did, the pheasant outside that window and that two-dimensional or two-part print, I bought that, and I'm in the process of cutting. It was absolutely beautiful. I can buy them now, but
well, the only reason I was reiterating is because it was the same thing for me, and also, and I say this every time I bring it up, this is not to insult the designers of the era, but I did not like the designs that were out at the time. I like realism, and that's what inspired me to start. I was checking to see if we had that in common. Is why I asked that question.
Yeah, we do. To take from the drawing board or the computer to start that, creating the pattern, then take it out into the shop, cut that pattern from there, framing it up and putting it on your wall or adding it to a piece. I mean, from start to finish, that is completely yours. It is unique. No one else has done that because you created it from up here and in here, you know?
Yep.
It's amazing.
Absolutely. And
Hey, Kenny, what scroll saw do you use currently?
Up until the last 2 months, I was using the DeWalt 7088 first generation. That finally died on me. I have access at work. I'm a mechanic at work. I'm an industrial mechanic. I have access to a machine shop. So over the years, I've replaced the bushings out, the bearings and things like that. Well, it got to the point where I couldn't repair it anymore. I went and I bought a quarter cable, $149 scroll saw. That was about a month and a half ago. I bought that. I've been using that. It's a cheap saw, but for what I'm getting out of it, what I'm able to do with it, the quarter cable is the way to go. I am saving for that King 30-inch. That's something that will be in my shop. That
I would not
30-inch
mind having that King 30-inch. For those that don't know, at least at the time, Excalibur was bought by King Canada, and so it's under a different name now. And they have a 30-inch saw, and like Kenny, I'm drooling at the thought of a 30-inch saw because I cut billboards. I had another question for you, but like usual, I babbled enough and forgot it. So back to you, Kenny.
Ron wants to know if you start with the picture or you freehand your patterns.
You're garbled.
He wanted to know if you start with the picture or do you freehand your
I do
pattern?
both. Typically, what I do is depending on the mood that I'm in, the frame of mind I'm in for that particular time. I have to be in a mood to do a certain pattern. So I'll go on Google and do an image search of a mood. Like a while ago, I was going through a rough time. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna cause any drama here or nothing, but I was going through a rough time and I did a search for was it
Revenge?
depressed.
No, we all go through that, buddy. Trust me.
Did the Google search and from there just looked through the images until something spoke to me. Downloaded that image, opened it up in Photoshop, played around. I use a Wacom drawing pad.
WACON for those that don't know.
I absolutely love this. I use that to trace out and draw. If we have a minute, I could show you at the beginning steps of what I do.
That's up to Lee.
Of course.
I don't want to take over.
All right.
Am I presenting him? Yes.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just finished. Sorry. Let's go ahead and open up this.
While you're doing that, I just want to put a shout out really quick to someone out there in the chat. I don't know if she's still here, but Carol Schultz, I see you out there. She's one of the new members of my NEOS Scroll Saw Club.
Awesome.
And I went to high school with her son, coincidentally enough. Small world.
That's a neat little cabin there.
It's a cabin that I'm working on doing. A friend of mine wanted me to do this. This is something in Canada that he knows. Basically, the first thing I do, open up the picture, sharpen the image to where I'm happy. Then I'll go ahead and change the mode on it to grayscale. After I've done that, it's just a matter of working with my filters. I happen to use the note paper quite often, and it's quite easy to adjust the different levels.
You said the filter was called note paper?
That's correct, note paper.
Okay.
It basically just separates your darker colors from your lighter colors and gives you that gray-white image. Allows me to pick out a lot of detail in these trees, things like that. I'll be able to pick out detail here. It's one of my favorite filters, although I do use a lot of the other filters in cropping in, things like that. once I've adjusted my level to where I'm happy with the amount of detail, from here, enlarge it, and then it's just a matter of going into Photoshop, tracing out the details that I want.
And this is Adobe Photoshop, correct?
Adobe Photoshop CC 2018. Can you give me 1 second, please? Hold on.
Yeah. Not the
My
problem.
son wants to steal the show from me. He's standing here in back of me, showing off. Sorry about that. He's a ham, so. But,
I remember talking to you all back on webcam, and he was in the background.
yeah, he likes to steal the show, and I got no problems with it because a lot of what I do is supported and inspired by him. I had him in the scroll saw shop when he was younger, and we have a lot of good memories. So
Thank you, son.
yep. But like I said, once I'll go in here and I'll highlight and straighten out edges and pick out the things that I want in this pattern. After I've done that, a lot of times I'll go in and I'll crop in different parts of the pattern. Like right now, as you're seeing my screen, I can get the straight edges, I can get the architecture behind this cabin, but there's a lot of detail that's not here. So I'll go ahead and create a layer, bring in the original image, and be able to pick and choose what details I want to add to it to give me that cabin scene. There is a lot of clutter and cleanup, but right now what you're seeing, I didn't play with my filters sometimes it takes me an hour or two just to get the filter the way that I want it to. Your filter is your workhorse. That's what's going to determine whether it's going to be a 40-hour ass time pattern or whether it's going to be a 20-minute time.
Yeah, and it's also probably a given that any two people may have completely different ideas about how they want to play with the filters, and that's the beauty of doing scroll saw patterns.
There's a lot of very, very talented people putting out scroll saw patterns. Like I said, Charles, you were an inspiration of mine. I followed a lot of your work. I copied a lot of your work just to see how that you did it. I've got a couple patterns that look very similar to yours, but if you look at it, you can see that it wasn't stolen. It was you had your version of it. I had my version.
Yeah, same reference photo.
Yeah, exactly. And
yeah,
that's
happens.
Gonna happen.
Yeah. There's only so many pictures of Chief Joseph, and especially anybody famous. There's only so many photos. But
Charles and I always do the same patterns, don't we, Charles?
Yes, we do.
I've seen him do the same patterns.
Yeah.
Except his look better.
Well, I don't know how to respond to that. I want to say thank you, but no, yours look better. I mean, because I can't speak. I'm not down on myself, but it's hard for me to compliment myself.
So, we have different styles. Charles is all that detail, and I'm a little detailed, but not a lot. So.
Well, thank you, mister.
And that's one thing that I have taken notice to with your patterns, Charles, and something that I've tried to incorporate in my own patterns. Back when I had first started looking at your work, there's a lot of times where you added detail where there wasn't detail needed. You've calmed
I'd still do that.
You've calmed it down quite a bit, and that pheasant pattern you just put out, absolutely beautiful pattern, and you do that by hand drawing. I do it on the computer. I can freehand. I do freehand. I do a lot with that Wacom. But absolutely love your work, and I love the way that I've watched you over the years
progress
better or progress your patterns. And one thing that I want to bring up, not just about your patterns, my patterns, or anybody. Once you have that pattern printed out, you have it on your saw. That becomes yours. If the line's not, if you're not comfortable with how thin a line is to cut, don't cut it or cut it wider.
Exactly. Lines are a suggestion.
It's a suggestion. If there's too much detail for you think that you can do without it, that's your choice. I mean, that pattern's on your saw. You do it. You make it your creation. You make it your own. It's nice that you follow all the details because that's what the pattern designer had suggested. but it's not necessary.
But and going off of that, you can also even if you're a seasoned scroller, if you're getting tired of cutting it, if you see like a bunch of little dots making up an area of detail, you can connect those. And I won't name names out of respect for this person that discussed it with me. He you may know who I'm talking about, but he combined some of the detail, and I can't name names because I don't know what's cool. But anyway, you can get like if I have, let's say I did a bird, and if there's like 7 different feather shapes, if you find the right way without making it fall apart, you can connect all 7 of those, and that's one cut instead of 7. And there's your ham in the doorway again.
See what I got to deal with?
Hi, Daddy.
He's like, oh, hello, everybody. That's funny.
I'm being told that me and you have a bromance. And that's not my words.
All right.
I don't need any more rumors started about me.
Yeah.
By the way, you're still presenting Kenny if it matters, Lee. What was that?
Yeah, there's some definite good rumors about you going around.
About me?
I'm joking with Joel.
Oh, don't scare me like that. I'm too scared. For some reason, people think I'm a little off. I don't know why. Hi, son. What is his son's name? I keep calling. I sound like
Rob.
So alrighty then.
Hello, Rob.
Sorry, like I said, my son Rob. Don't mean to interrupt the show or have interruptions, but
these things happen. There's worse problems they have, you know. It's all right. It's all right. So, Lee, you want to ask anything? Because I'm.
Ron Norris says you got skills, Kenny.
Ron,
we're not gonna repeat the last part, but
no, it was live on the air, wasn't it? Yeah, because I made a joke about kissing Steve Good. I didn't actually kiss Steve Good, but I did hug him because we'd known each other for so dang long. It was like brothers.
Yeah. He was on the panel with us, the show that I did with you, Charles. If I remember correctly.
Yes. That was before. Yeah, because I was going to have you as a guest the following weekend, and I think you had technical issues. But you were on the panel the previous weekend. Yeah, you got to be on there with Steve Good. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think he's a mentor to a lot of us. I mean, his character as well as his designs and things like that. Al, you were talking way too much.
Yeah, Al, jeez.
I'm just very talkative because when I start talking, I won't stop.
I mean, you just take over the show every week. Diddly.
Ron Norris is a member of mine on the Scrollers Workshop. Good to see some of the guys from the workshop supporting your show, Lee, and also being here to help me out. So appreciate the compliment, Ron, and as always, man, enjoy.
Yeah, Ron likes to call me Charles Nugget Daring. And
Godfather of Scroll. He said Godfather of Scroll, Steve Good.
Yeah, I don't know if it's family friendly. I mean, it's not cussing. Well, no, it's Lee's channel, so I can't say it. But it's not perverted and it's not cussing. But I used to call people my little something nuggets, and that's where Ron Norris got that from. And back when Lee had issues with his computer mouse for his laptop clicking, it was Ron that stuck with it. So every time me and Ron talk, well, your son got young.
No, this is my grandson, the one that sits on my lap out in the shop, teaching him how to do what we do, and this teaching the young ones is what it's all about to me. So they are.
Absolutely.
Hi,
hello. Can I have a sip of your drink? Hi. You're a friendly little fella. I was a shy little mess when I was that little. I can't get enough of kids.
Ron says, click. I love you too, Ron.
Yeah. Back to you, Lee. See, it's awesome when it's not my show. If I can't think of anything to say, it's not as awkward.
Hey guys, this Kenny Hopkins dude just asked me to be his friend on Facebook. Do you think it's okay?
No, he's probably a stalker.
And in all reality, I just got another message of, "Hi dear, I'm interested to know," and this is not Kenny, by the way. "Hi dear, I'm interested to know you after I viewed your Facebook profile. Please reply to me in private email." Oh dear.
Yes, I'm from Nigeria. Kenny, if you don't mind, I'll wait till you.
Good. I'm listening to.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, if you don't mind posting the link to the Facebook group, girls.
Actually, it's a secret group. We like to keep it small.
Diddly.
You're going to see it on Facebook. That's why I've given everyone my personal page. You contact me through Messenger from there, and I can send you an invite. We do a little screening because we promote a positive atmosphere. There's no egos, no attitudes. We support each other. That's the way we keep the group, and we want to keep the group on the smaller end. But at the same time, I'm always willing to, talk with people, and we can go from there and try to get you in. I'm going to post in the chat how you can get a hold of me on Facebook. So.
Okay, as far as the chat, if you're talking about on YouTube, it doesn't allow links, but if you're talking about inside here.
All right. It's Kenny Hopkins 71 at gmail.com. Message me on there, and we can go from we can go ahead and start talking and seeing if you're
persuaded enough to be in there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's no attitude, no egos. I won't tolerate it. We're not doing drama. We're here to help and promote what we do. And if you feel that you fit that's what you want in your life. Absolutely, I will definitely send you an invite.
I love harmony. Katie Dodson says your kid is beautiful, meaning the grandkid, or both, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to speak for her. Said, "Kid is beautiful. Can I borrow him?"
You can come over to my shop. We can sit down with him, and we can definitely go over it. But he definitely stays with me. I won't do it without him.
Okay, Katie, it's a date, but you got to leave the kid there.
Hey, that's the best kind of date, ain't
it? Yep.
I think Ron said he sent you a friend request.
I've actually have 3 friend requests that just popped up on my screen in the last 30 seconds. I will definitely, after the show, go through and talk to each one of you. So, it's not a problem at all, but I'm going to hold off until after the show.
All right. I just exited out the chat. That's good. Okay.
And
it's back.
Like I had said earlier, I'm currently working with Lee about getting some patterns in the Scroller's Choice magazine. So you'll see some of my work in there real soon.
Yep, probably summer edition. Hopefully. All right. Well, I'm trying to see if I'm looking over at the chat. So,
you know what? Just for the convenience of it, I'm going to go ahead and change the group settings, the Scrollers Workshop, and that way, if those people online that are checking this show out right now want to see what we have, then you can go ahead and ask to join. That's the nice thing about this. I get to do what I want.
all right. Katie said the grandson can come with me if you come with her too. All right. All right. Well, it's 9:40, so we're past our 9:30 end time. So we went over a little bit. That's all right. Okay. Does anybody on the panel have anything Actually, Charles, really quick, are you back on Maker's Mashup, or was that just a one-time deal, or what's up with that?
Well, as I said when I did my quote-unquote finale show, I'm not done doing shows or done doing videos. I just can't do it on the schedule anymore because drying up on ideas, and every now and then life gets in the way, and I want to be able to schedule it and then do it. But if people are depending on a weekly show, then I can't always oblige them. So I will usually announce it 2 to 3 days in advance. But right now, I don't have any other plans. But some might think I did that last show to brag about the partnership with Bear Woods, and it was more about introducing. Boy, there's another. It was more about introducing Bear Wood supply company to people, and then having that pride of being partnered up with them, and to explain of how we partnered up. They researched me, I researched them, tried their product that they distribute, and I'm trying more and more, and I believe they might be stuck with me.
Oh boy.
Huey Lewis, happy to be stuck with you. Yeah,
I'm stuck with you too. Look how that turns out.
Never mind. I
had to hit one in there. All right. So the answer is you're still doing videos, but not on the schedule. I got you.
Yeah.
And all right, Al, when is your next Twitch show? Al, did he hear me?
I have no idea. He'd have to tell you that.
Oh, you're on mute? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I was on mute. I must have muted myself and not realized it.
Yes, you did. When's your next Twitch show?
Friday at 2 p.m. is when I'll be over on Twitch.
Is it Eastern or Central, sir?
I'm sorry, very good. Central, because I always forget that. It's 2 p.m. on Central on Friday, 11 a.m. on Saturday, and 11 a.m. on Sunday. I just got through building a baker's rack with a compartment on it to put a trash bin. That should be out of the shop, and I should be moving on to. Actually, I've got a excuse me, a pattern that I just cut of a friend of mine's dog, and I'll be making a frame and stuff for it. Actually, it's probably going to end up being some type of shadow box or something with some lighting or something. I'm not certain yet, but I got through converting the picture over from the picture he had on his Facebook page, and I think it's done. Lee, you've seen the picture, so we'll see. I haven't taken the paper off yet, but I so far I think it worked out.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see it. I saw it when it was still in the rough stages, but
yeah,
it
probably needed some. I don't know. It was my first real conversion of a photograph to a pattern. Not just a black and white image. Where you can, that's easy. But this was actually a photograph.
Are you talking about the Asian girl?
Shh.
Whoops. I mean the pig in the meadow. Don't make me do random. I don't do well.
Can I mute him? No. It's a dog.
Thanks, Charles. I love you.
What do you love me for? Because I did something stupid?
No, my channel's gonna get flagged. I love you.
Did I cuss?
The thing is I've got several other patterns that I'll be cutting several other things basically. I don't know. I replaced a battery in my car last Saturday because I want to do a bunch of different things, not just scroll sawing, but electronics and auto mechanics. And I've got a 68 Mustang that I want to basically not necessarily restore, but get back on the ground, computers and stuff. Scroll sawing I love. I do scroll sawing, but I want to mix it up and basically if I'm gonna be out there, I may as well stream is the way I look at it. And I do it just for fun.
By golly, I've been wanting to try that scrolling thing, but that's just me. Yeah.
But every time I see somebody's patterns, it's like, wow, I want to cut that. So I have a lot of respect for people that make patterns and sell patterns.
You're so sweet.
And my DeWalt 7088 runs like a top.
And you still got to make the Starbucks Jesus for me.
Now, you got to kind of elaborate on that because people are thinking, what the heck is a Starbucks Jesus? Is that homeless guy outside Starbucks?
It's the same as the Easter Jesus. Logo. It's the same as the Easter Jesus that appeared in the last Sawdust magazine, but the background is green instead of red.
Cool.
Lee, do you have a quick copy of it or?
Somewhere.
Okay, well.
Excuse me.
Give me 1 second. Gotta find the right folder. Talks amongst yourselves while I am looking.
Did you hear about the one? No, I'm just kidding. Family friendly. Wow. Have you been to bearwood.com? I hate it when I ain't prepared. Wait, this ain't my show. I don't have to be prepared. So I also don't want to derail somebody else's show. So,
I found it.
I'm still here.
I'm never on there, but that's purposely.
There's Jesus, Al.
Yes, there it is. Yeah, that's Easter Jesus. Lee cut. Let's see. Am I still muted? No. Am I?
No.
Lee cut the pattern. I mean, Lee did the pattern, and I took it back in my little shop and went ahead and cut it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna change the background to green and then call it Starbucks Jesus. I did it really for Christmas.
He's one of the two Jesuses that I designed. It's basically the same pattern, but I made one like that, and then it's kind of the same one, but I changed it around a little bit, so it looks something like this.
Awkward silence.
And then
I posted it on my Facebook page, I think, on Odessa Woodworking. I think it was there, and I asked people to caption it. I just remembered that. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh yeah, you did, and I remember they were naming it.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right. Well, what do we have going on over there in the chat? I can't see it because I'm.
People are chatting, sir.
Thanks. That was obvious.
Katie Dotson digging at me flirting with her. Katie Dotson saying, Amber.
Yes, my
and
dog.
Katie Dotson says, LOL, Charles, love you back.
Confused me, Katie? No, never.
All right, guys. Well, who thinks it's time to end the show? How many people we got watching? Anyone know? I can't see the YouTube.
12 people.
I can never see how many are viewing. I don't know what happened to me.
Guys, ladies, don't forget that thumbs up. I just gave mine. I almost forgot.
Did you say ladies? That means the guys have to do a thumbs down?
Both. Ladies,
guys. Now I'm going to get 11 thumbs down.
Ladies and gentlemen, or whatever you identify as.
Oh, boy.
Ron Norris said, well, it's not the nicest thing in the world, but you know Ron Norris. Lee, do you pull a hair out of your head for every birthday? Sorry.
I I love you, Ron.
How rude! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's getting worse too. See, this isn't getting bad. It's all the stress that comes with planning a scroll saw picnic.
Kenny's showing us some. I guess you would call them simulated cutouts or actual cutouts.
Some of them are simulated, some are actual.
Well, I love that wool.
Thank you. Just some of my patterns that I'm showing.
Trying to figure out who that is. Don't tell me. Or is that a well-known singer?
That would be Alter Bridge, and
Guess not. I've never heard of them.
yeah, it's the type of music I listen to. Charles,
They
don't have fiddles and banjos, so I don't think you would know them.
I listen to everything. I like Metallica too. I like a whole whatchamacallit
Alter Bridge was another band before that, weren't they?
I like that one. Those Angels.
This one is an actual pattern from R Pop, so that's not available on my site. That's an actual pattern from you, Charles.
Who?
R Pop.
No, I was joking. It was an owl, and I said who. Sorry.
One that I created a custom pattern for a high school band.
Awesome.
Love
Bunch of fish.
This is one of my dream catchers.
I love your dream catchers, man. I do. I wish I had every one of them, but I didn't download them in time.
Beauty and the Beast one that I posted a few weeks ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was a cool tiger and biker lady.
Charles, you just leave that picture alone.
Hey, what? Well, I didn't think. I thought I had my pants on when you took that picture.
This is
Charles, you just leave that picture alone, as if I was a pervert.
No, not you.
Never.
Never. You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir.
Absolutely. Ooh, icky. I love that one.
Yeah, this is one I actually incorporated in the top of a jewelry box.
Very nice.
Customer absolutely loved it. This is an actual door for a cabinet.
Cool. Love is like a butterfly. It goes
Where it pleases.
and it pleases where it goes. I think you need to change that to love is like Charlie. Sorry. I'm sorry. Derailed dragon.
Where were you going with that?
That was it.
Don't ask.
That was Charlotte's Web of Celtic Knot. That's the famous what you call it painting.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, James Dean, and what's his face?
Yes. Humphrey Bogart.
Yes, thank you. I can't quite make that out. Military.
That one's cool.
Is that the Flying Dutchman logo or just coincidental?
It's just a pirate ship that I had done.
Well, awesome. There's a puppy dog.
We don't want to show that too much because there's a problem with Norman Rockwell sharing stuff. This is one I just cut the other day. This is
That's pretty.
So that right there, does it have felt on the back, or is it paper, or?
You take the photo back of that, like I said, created in Adobe Photoshop, and it's printed out on photo quality paper with a medium gloss, and that's lightly cracked to the back of the cutout, which gives you the colors.
I had to mute your lead. There was echo from you. Covered Bridge Cowboys. Well, by golly, at least he has good taste in football teams, unless he did that for somebody else. But it's still a good pattern.
Someone else. But this is a template that I use. I have Cowboys, Dolphins, Eagles. I have them all because they were all requested to be done this way.
I despise the Cowboys.
Yeah, I know.
Totally.
A special moments collection that I had done. I've got like 12 or 14 of these. This is a Daddy's Hand one that I did. It's requested pattern. I have a lot of these. Like I said, in my group, a lot of people request different patterns.
Foo Fighters. Oh, that's I like that. That's an angel and a reaper playing poker over the life of the dude in the bed. I can't remember the name of the paper.
The video on this one actually showed how I created this, trying to teach people how to do scroll saw patterns.
So you do have a YouTube channel?
No, I did it all live feed on Facebook.
Oh, right.
Here's one that I just finished. it's a live edge. Well, it's supposed to be a live edge, but I don't have any. Then that's a hint for those guys that are watching that have access to live edge wood.
Send Kenny Hopkins live edge wood. Ron Norris wants to know if you're a veteran.
Yes and no. I can't get into the details that I was in the Marine Corps.
I'm the son of a veteran, and I am deeply patriotic, and I love military patterns.
Yes.
And that one's pretty.
Two of the things that I absolutely promote in the group and in my life is support for our military and, like I said, children, getting them involved and off the computer.
Absolutely.
It's another one of my dream catchers.
I love your dang dream catchers. I want every one of them. Just throwing that out there.
This is one that actually I was part of SAW for a little while, and someone had requested, they posted a picture of this, and I made it into a pattern, and it became a very, very popular pattern for me. Get a lot of requests, people to have copies of that.
Sorry to interrupt. For those that don't know, SAW is Scroll Saw Association of the World. Eagles cannot. I love you, but I don't love that. That's just a thing.
Another one of my farm scenes. I did this one probably over a year ago as a request.
Very nice, very nice. It's a fawn. That is a, don't tell me, not a trout. Yeah, it isn't. No?
Yeah, rainbow trout or spotted trout that I've done with the fly. For those Viking fans, I'm a big fan of the Viking series.
That's Floki.
Yep, that's Floki.
I love that show. I should have known that. Trying to forget someone you love is trying to remember is like trying to remember someone you never met. Amen. Very beautiful pattern, by the way.
Pattern that I had done.
That's spooky. Oh, that's Freddy Krueger over. Okay.
Here's this is an actual cut. Just a motorcycle that I had done. It was a requested pattern in my group. I patterned it up, and I've had this cut quite a few times by people. Love it.
Awesome. Very nice. Our friendship isn't a big thing. It's a million little things. That is beautiful wording.
I'm not real big on doing signage, but that was one that had to be done. Here's one of my special moments collection. Here's some golf scenes. There's not a whole lot of golfing patterns out there, and people
are there's not.
Them.
Very good, very good.
That doesn't belong to me. Here's what is that, Batman or something like that? That's
Harley Quinn.
That's it. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't know she had ever dressed up like that. That's what was holding me up. That's a beautiful pattern right there.
Thank you.
It's a girl with lightning and wings, so that would be an angel.
This is the actual template that I use for my hockey patterns. I've got all the hockey teams. I'm a big hockey fan, and I have a lot of friends that are hockey fans. So this one here, I just put in the team emblem and the team logo. It's just a template that I can use. Like here's Nashville Predators here. Here's Grim Reaper. I want you type pattern, just playing around. But
I love that kind of stuff.
I could sit here for the next hour just going through my photos. There's currently, as you're seeing on my screen.
I don't have nothing going. Go for it. Alrighty then. Very nice, sir.
You made some really nice patterns.
Yes, sir.
These, like I said, all the ones that are actually my pattern that have my name on it are in the Scrollers Workshop. Lee has access to it to get some in the magazine, and like I said, friend me. I could send you patterns. I'm not doing this for money. I have a full-time job, and I just do it because I enjoy doing it. So if you're interested, give me.
I'm a fan of all your patterns, but the ones that for some reason jump out at me the most are the Dreamcatcher ones. Those are very unique. I definitely got to make a point to get all those.
That's not a problem, Charlie. I can send it to you.
It's like, this is a Kenny Hopkins pattern.
That would actually make me feel real good to see you do something like that. That would.
All right. I shot myself in the foot, but I'm proud to do it, by golly. And it's not the Dr. Pepper talking. I'm gonna do it, Ireland.
All right.
Why do y'all let me on these shows, Lee?
Because you bring the humor.
What? But I'm wearing pants.
Sorry. We can't see that now.
Moving on.
I saw a, I don't remember what it was, but it was over on Steve Good's website. I saw a picture of Charlie back from, I think, about 10 years ago. I think 10 years ago. Yeah, you. It was over there. You had put out a book of some kind of patterns or something. I can't remember.
North American Wildlife.
Was
it? You mean ebooks?
Yes, I think it was an ebook.
I have 14 ebooks now, actually, on woodenvisions.com.
It was something that you sent to Steve Good.
But you said there was a picture of me. Am I holding a microphone singing?
No.
Oh.
Let me see it. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay, Kenny.
You guys keep talking. Oh, I know.
All right.
I know what it was. Yeah. It was free templates, free font templates. That's what it was.
Is it downloadable off of his site? Because if not, I've long since lost that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Charlie. Here, let me.
I'd like if you could link me to that, because that was scrollable fonts, I believe. I think on one of them, the Q, I messed up and forgot to fix it. So out of all the ones in that whole little ebook, one of the Q's is messed up.
But first, let me just show the picture.
Okay.
See it right there? Can you guys see that?
I see not. Oh, you mean the deer, or the furniture? I don't know what you're pointing at.
Did I mess up? Is this not you, Charlie?
Odessa Woodworking? No, that's you.
Oh, crud. I shared the wrong screen. That one there, right?
Yeah, that's me. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's before my facial hair turned gray. And that hat I lost. I love that hat.
Well, I can't get you the hat back, but
that was in the late 90s, early 2000s. Oh, I was a sexy little feller back then. Can you keep it on the screen for those at home?
I wouldn't go that far.
Golly gar. That was at my parents' house before they moved.
Anyway, let me unshare. Let me stop sharing. And Charlie, I'll send you the link to that. Okay. But I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
Thank you. This is what I turned into. But sexy is on the inside too. I just protect it with
it's on the inside chat, Charles, so you can
obliged, much obliged. I just heard my messenger, so I'm pretty sure somebody's messing up.
All right, guys, we're probably going to have to wrap it up. I think Kenny has to go pretty soon anyway. So,
Kenny.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up because we went way over. We were supposed to end at 9:30, so we went over about half an hour. I just want to say a quick thank you to Kenny for being on tonight. Thank you very much, sir. My whole panel, El Forte, Charles Daring, of course, everyone that was over there in the chat, Ron Norris. Kenny, you're on the panel, so I don't have to scroll up them. Thank you. That's already on the panel.
Katie was thanking you for introducing Kenny to everyone.
It was a pleasure, Kenny.
And you're still presenting Al, if that matters to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to do two things at once. So.
I keep having to remind myself to inhale and exhale, so I get it.
Yeah, and I got muted too.
I didn't do it that time.
I did it accidentally. Sorry. Okay. So I got to look over here in the chat.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes, but I'm seeing yellow. I'll be right back.
All right. So I'm saying good night to Ron Norris, Katie Dotson. Who else is in here? Chris Nealing was up there. Carol Schultz. Thank you very much for coming on the show for the first time.
Mark Schaefer.
Mark Schaefer, thank you, sir. Ron Norris, even though he was telling me click all night. Eloy, thank you, sir. You were here for a little bit. Chris Nealon, Brian Bradburn, thank you for coming. Make sure you come back.
Eloy Escobedo was out there.
EJ Woodshop. Trying to see who. There's a lot of people.
The lake of Chris Nealon, just so y'all know, it's not Nitanic, it's Niantic.
Okay.
It breaks my heart when not that you did it, but it breaks my heart when people mispronounce his name because he took the time to make it. It's my auntie.
TJ was also out there at one point in time.
Eric Barband. That might be a first visit from him too. So, all right, everybody. Thank you very much.
Brad.
Happy birthday, Lee.
Thank you guys for hanging out with me on my birthday. Thanks again, everybody on the panel. Thanks, everyone in the chat. And until next time, everybody, click on.
Amen. Scroll on.
So I'm going to hit stop broadcast. I'm going to hit stop the broadcast tonight instead of...
Live long and scroll on, guys.
I'm not going to screw it up tonight. So live long and scroll saw.
Hurry up, my arm's getting tired.
Scroll
Your
on.
arm's getting tired. All right, good night, everybody.